Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Kroop Scoop. Welcome to episode 19, I think. Is it 19? I don't even know. I think so.
I think so.
And I'm joined by my co-hosts, Jeffrey, also known as Blanky Please,
Hello.
and Hane, also known as Hane Kai.
Hello.
And we're joined once again by our favorite guest we've ever had, the glorious and dangerous Danerade.
Hey everyone, favorite guest. Wow, that's an honor.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, who else did
Anybody
we
who's
have?
listening
Greenie?
who's been a guest before, we don't like you.
Yeah, Greenie, come on,
Fuck
man.
you.
What was that?
Hey, wait, no, except for him. I love Greenie. He's so awesome.
Fako's number 2. Anyways, let's get into the weekly balls news, shall we? Weekly balls news, where we talk about the news of the week. Lego Star Wars. Everyone's been playing that. I haven't played it, but it's a hot topic. So, what do you guys think of Lego Star Wars?
I used to play it, like on the the old one on the DS.
Oh yeah,
I
used to play Lego
awesome.
Batman.
The new one. I've seen a bunch of gifs of the new one looking like super high res for no reason for a Lego game. Which is
Yeah, it
pretty
looks pretty
interesting.
fun, honestly.
I'd play it.
I'd play it. Yeah, everyone's been saying it's good. Have you been playing it, Danerade?
It's kind of funny because I feel like everyone at some point kind of grew up with like a certain like Lego game series, whether they have some connection to it.
Mhm.
So my exposure to Lego games when I was growing up was Harry Potter. It's the Harry Potter Lego games.
Ooh.
And it's a little weird because a couple 2-3 years ago, I remember that they released the like Harry Potter Lego games in the same vein as Lego Star Wars, for all the major platforms. I don't know how well the ports compare to each other. I haven't seen them side by side. I don't know if the port job was crappy, but I'm a little surprised that this one blew up, I guess. Not saying that it's not warranted, but I don't know. I don't have much of a connection to both Lego or Star Wars, so it's hard for me to really like everyone at school. I was talking about this before we started, that a lot of people at school are really into it, and a lot of my close friends like want me to make a video on it, which I find funny, but I usually try to. Those big releases are hard for me to warrant making a video just because the IGNs and GameSpots beat me to it and stuff like that. No one wants to send me an early copy, an early access.
Yeah, you hear that, TT? Send Danerade some early Lego games.
Yeah,
next time.
come on.
Yeah. Lego GTA 2, toss it to Dane first.
Dude, they're definitely gonna make that now.
Yeah.
There's no way they wouldn't make that. They're gonna
Yeah.
make that one day.
And
They're
guess
gonna make
who's
the
gonna
sequel.
play it?
This
guy.
is oh wait,
Well,
this is a little random, but we were talking about there's not a lot of news this week. I just remembered that Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced this week.
oh yeah, that's
Oh
right. I forgot
yeah.
about
I did see stuff like that.
that. There's we got some
Oh,
friends that
Kingdom
were
Hearts.
going crazy about that.
I don't know why they revealed it like now. Like why not?
Yeah, isn't
I
it
know
kinda
like
like-
E3 was like canceled and all, but like why now? Like why in like mid-April? Like what was the I just think that's weird. I don't know.
I don't know. Square Enix just does whatever they want.
Are you a big Kingdom Hearts guy, Dane?
No.
Same.
I just no. I mean,
I swear,
think
I
anyone
feel
is
like
in
Kingdom
this-
Hearts
in
is
this
one of those
podcast.
games you have to play as a kid too.
yeah. There's
I
just
don't
too
know.
much to like catch up on, and
Yeah.
I've never been like a PlayStation guy, so it like honestly looks cool, but just knowing how much like with the story and like even sometimes just like what is this kid and Donald? I don't know. I don't know. But the new trailer looked cool. The new trailer, like it visually looked really cool, but it scared me at the end that it says like now in development, and I'm like that's not gonna come out for a hot minute, which leads me to like wonder why they're taking so like why they revealed it now.
I kind of hate when game trailers are like, yeah, we're gonna start developing this game now. Here's the title. At least they had like a cinematic ready, but
Yeah.
you know,
it's
Metroid
like-
Prime 4 is we still haven't got that.
Yeah.
like they probably shouldn't have announced it if they
Mm-hmm.
weren't even close to finishing it. And then Breath of the Wild, that got delayed.
I think except for Metroid Prime 4, I think Nintendo's been doing a better job at like not revealing their games too early. Like with a couple of exceptions, I mean we've had especially like I'm thinking of like 2019 when like when they're like Mario Maker 2 coming out in like 4 months, and then like the Link's Awakening remake came out like in September of that year. Switch Sports got announced in February, it's coming out this month. So they're not perfect, but I think they've been doing a better job kind of keeping things kind of to themselves a little more, just so that, and for me I get more excited because if I found out like Switch Sports like 9 months ago, I'd be like, oh, like that's great and all, but I'm gonna kind of like it's gonna like leave my memory, but like knowing it's coming out so soon, it's just like I want to buy it, like, you know, it's I'll try it out, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think announcing stuff while it's in development is kind of like a way to drum up hype, and it's like technically it's just very beneficial for the game company because it's like more people, more hype. But like for the game's longevity, it kind of curses it to be like way more like way overhyped. I feel like in most cases, like that's what happened to Cyberpunk. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk they just,
Cyberpunk
like,
was revealed in
overpromised
2013.
and delivered a garbage game. I can't.
I
help
think
but
now
they
it's
should've just
like-
done more work.
I think now it's like kind of playable, I've heard, with like
I've heard it's getting
af-
better. Yeah.
Yeah,
but it
'cause,
has
like,
been
they're
2
actually like
years.
patching it. I know, no, it's not acceptable in any way. I'm definitely not saying that, but I think now it's like it's kind of one of those things where it's like if it's on sale and if you play it now, it's probably
Yeah.
decent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of makes you think like if they just hadn't bothered to release it until they knew they had like a product that would be decent at least when it was released, would they have gotten less flack for it? Would the game be even more successful than it was at launch?
Because I feel like they were kind of pressured to release it like soon because of all the delays they had to keep doing.
Yeah.
I think
They had
I
like
might be
3
wr-
delays. For
Yeah,
that
I
game.
might be wrong on this story, but wasn't kind of some of the pressure coming from like their investors too? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
most definitely.
I'm not
Money.
absolutely sure.
money.
Money. Hey. You know how it is with money.
Speaking of money, Danerade just hit 100K.
Woo! Big leagues.
How's that feel?
Yeah, congrats, dude.
Thank you. It's funny that you said money. I love this. Usually comes from people who don't know much about technology. So let's say, you know, a lot of elders I know, they'll go, do you get paid for every time someone subscribes? I wish, man. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
well,
I
that'd be
have
only-
40
that'd be-
bucks right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
But no, it's pretty surreal. I just posted a photo of it yesterday, but when you watch this, it'll be a couple days from now, of the play button that I received, and
Oh, yeah,
it's
I saw
hung
that.
up. Yeah, it's hung up on my wall to my left with also the letter, and it was a little weird because I was like, you know, like you've kind of seen a lot of, like I've seen play button unboxing, you know, like what it looks like, but like having your name on it is like such a like a rare, and I feel like I did the math for a video I posted on my Discord server of like, thanks guys. I did the math myself where I calculated like how many YouTube channels exist and how many of them have 100,000 subscribers or more, and it's 0.006%. So that alone, like, just kind of like, oh, you've made it. Like, I think 100K is like, you know, here you are, right? You're on the path of greatness.
Yeah.
But no, it's been great. The year itself has been slower than I want it to be on my end, but a bit of a combination of I knew this was gonna happen because I took a break in January, like the whole month, and then I started work on like February 1st. But then I like started, so then it took a couple weeks for another video to come out, and with kind of the rest of the year school year wrapping up, it's been slow, but I think that's fine, especially since I've been wanting to be a little more passive and when I make videos, and the fact that just kind of not that I rush, but not feel so like concerned. Oh, I have to release one every 2 weeks. You know, if it doesn't happen, just don't kill yourself over it. But other than that, it's great. I feel very fortunate, honestly. There are a lot of
you've
people.
earned it.
I don't know. There's been a lot of YouTube channels I know that have also earned it, but have had slow growth. But I think my channel has had a healthy dose of not like blowing up too fast to where, like, I don't know, they all might be there for like one game, or it's just kind of like what must come up, what goes up must come down. But it also hasn't been slow to where it's like just kind of this slow grind at it. I think it's been a very healthy balance, which I think is good. There's been ups and downs, and I think that's something that more YouTubers should be aware of, that, oh no, the views are down this month. Yeah, that just happens. And I think too many people get attached to like, and this happens to a lot of people, and it's a tempting feeling where people get too caught up in like the numbers game. Like, oh, I'm not, like, why is this video not doing well? Or why are the subscribers, each month down? But whatever happens in the future, just knowing I got this far will make a good story for my kids. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
I think
YouTube even exists in the future, I don't know.
Yeah, you mentioned like the steady growth is like better for like a more consistent like fan base. Like I'm imagining like people who have like huge spikes and then they fall off
They
like after
fall
like a
off
couple
hard,
videos.
Yeah. What's a
And,
good example of that?
Oh,
think like-
I feel like I feel like there's a lot, but
There is a lot, but I can't think. Well,
I'm thinking like TikTok. I see that on TikTok a lot where they'll
TikTok,
have like
yeah,
one viral
definitely.
video and like a couple of more of their videos will be viral and then they'll just like die off completely.
DJ Funny Bone, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely a TikTok. That's what it's like to be big on TikTok. You blow up for like pushing your grandma in
Oh,
front of
you
the
know-
train, and then like you need to replicate that so people come back, right?
Wait, the Lego GTA guy. There you go.
Like,
Yeah,
Shane
well
the
now
Goat.
he's doing Lego Star Wars. So he's
Oh, is he
kind of
picking
like
back
he's,
up
he's
again?
kind of come back.
Oh,
good for him.
I just be playing Lego Star Wars. I just be playing Lego Star Wars.
But yeah,
that's
it is
what he's gonna
interesting.
be for
I
forever.
have 10 billion studs.
I wonder what if that guy pivots into like a streaming career or something.
I think
Well,
he has like
I-
a YouTube channel.
He has a
and
YouTube
shit.
channel. I actually watched his Lego video game tier list video.
Oh, dude, he's pivoting.
was it
And
Is
good?
it funny?
Is it good?
No, it was like actually, it was like legit, like his actual
Oh.
opinions on
Oh,
the
was he
games.
just like being an actual person?
Yeah, he was being a real person. Well, except when
Oh,
he came
that's
to
kinda cool.
once he got to Lego GTA, he like switched on and Lego GTA, S tier, Lego GTA. But yeah,
That guy's awesome.
I like him. He inspired me to play Lego GTA for like a week.
yeah, and then you got Lego Worlds for some reason.
Yeah, why the hell did you buy Lego World?
Lego.
I was going back through my Lego. Well, we're going back to Lego.
Yeah,
I,
we're back at Lego again.
Yeah, we're back.
I
MF.
I used to play like a bunch of like Lego Island games and like Lego Creator, I think was another one. And it's like my childhood. So like I wanted to like find like a Lego game similar to those, and I tried Lego Worlds, and it was kind of ass.
How much
I
was
heard
it?
it wasn't that good.
What'd you pay?
I think I paid like $3.
That's
Well, it's like a bag of chips.
I remember when you bought Lego GTA, didn't you buy it for like $20 and then it was
Yeah,
like
I didn't even
on
care. Like I knew I could have like waited or like gone G2A. I mean, I would have
You
gone
played for
G2A.
like
but I
20
didn't think about
hours
it.
anyways.
sale? Yeah,
Yeah,
you got your money.
I don't really care.
Hey, respect.
I just wanted to play it like right now. I just had that like craving. I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna buy it right now."
But were you like getting it because it was like a meme, or were you like?
No, I actually like
you
it
actually
looked
thought
fun because I was
Oh.
watching him play and I was like, I actually want to play this because it reminds me of my like childhood.
Anyways, let's get off Lego.
Get off
Yeah.
Lego Land.
What were we even talking about?
Slight pivot. We were talking
Oh,
about
the slight
hitting
pivot.
100,000 YouTube subscribers.
Oh,
steady
yeah.
growth.
Steady growth. Steady
Steady
growth.
growth is tick.
I don't know. I don't have a whole lot much to say except for I also had bad planning this year because I'm not struggling with video ideas, but I'm struggling with like tangible, like consistent. Because like for the next 2 months, basically until the end of the school year. I kind of want to pump out a little more consistently, but I just have too many. I like think big, you know, and even something like the Wii series video, which is might seem like innocent at first, bro. I had to play like 10 games. That was such like I'm used to playing one. I had to play 10. And granted,
That's
like
crazy.
they're not like full on like 10-hour experiences, but still had to buy them on. Do you know how much Wii Party was? Wii Party was going for like $60 to $80 on eBay for no reason.
Jeez.
For no
Jesus
reason.
Christ.
Giving you my copy.
I don't know why. I don't know
I don't
why.
think I have a copy.
It was so weird, which is weird because the game
What?
has sold like, I looked it up for the video, like 10 million units, and apparently it's worth that much. I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, so just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, new ideas, always working on behind the scenes stuff. That here's some exclusive. Here's the scoop right here.
Oh, you know we like scoops over here.
I'm working right now on launching my second channel, which will hopefully go live in about a month. I know.
Whoa.
Which will hopefully go live in
Danerade
about
2.
Danerade 2!
month.
Oh my god!
in a month or two. But I'd say in about a month.
What's,
Right now, yeah.
What's the general theme of the second channel?
All right. Well, okay. I had to start out with this. So you said Danerade 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be called Danerade Du, as in Deux in French, which translates to Danerade 2.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
That's clever.
So that's funny when you
Français.
guys said Danerade 2. I was like, oh, names that cat's out of the bag. But no, it's all right. So that'll be what it's called. And I also like it because alliteration sounds nice. Danerade. And plus, half my audience won't know how to pronounce it, which will be funnier. And then it'll just
Unless they watch this episode right now.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, unless they watch right now. If you're all watching right now,
Ooh.
they're not here. There's no one there.
Wait, you had him. Subscribe to the channel, please.
Nobody responded. Nobody was replying. There's no one here.
They're not in the call.
Anyways,
But yeah, it'll be so the actual I'm going into it. So the actual branding will be a little funny. The branding, like on my channel banner, right? It says quality content.
yeah.
On the second channel, it'll say the sequel is always worse because the second channel will have, not that it'll be like bad, but it won't be like a full on just less effort for me, like less of a time commitment. But it also won't be like posting like 20-second memes. It'll basically be a combination between videos that won't fit on the main channel, or I had a lot of video ideas for like YouTube shorts that I wanted to do, but
Yeah.
I decided I could make them into like 2 or 3 minute videos on the second channel. So stuff like that, just not much of a time commitment, just more Danerade. It's basically what it's going to
Yeah.
be.
I like
That's
the
a
sound
good
of that.
idea.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
idea.
So, yeah, so that'll be launching hopefully in the next month. Ironically, the first video will have is having some art being commissioned for it, which is why it's taking a while. Want to start with the bang, which is I know, I don't know. I have to control myself because like I know it's gonna be like there's obviously gonna be an expectation of like less quality, but it'll be cool. I'm excited for the first one, but it'll still be nice and chill, and it'll just be kind of whatever I want. Less of a need to be like, can this work into a longer video, or like, will this fit with the main channel? Just kind of be like, bonus.
More creative
bonus.
freedom.
More creative freedom. Exactly.
Yeah. Easier to keep the fans connected and watching your stuff while they're waiting on the bigger videos. It's a great idea. And the hot scoop is right here.
Yeah.
All the little Dana maniacs watching right now. They're losing their marbles. They're going crazy.
I was
I'm
gonna
losing my
ask,
marbles.
I am too.
what's the plan for 500K?
Oh. Well, you should probably ask him what's the plan for. Well, I did the 100K stream, but 100K was kind of weird because I was like, I don't really have time to make like a main video or something like that. I did smaller things. I did stuff on the Discord and the stream, but 500K, dude, I don't know. When am I gonna hit that in like a year, 5 years?
I in like in a
Two.
month or something.
Yeah, maybe
Like,
like
or a
2
month,
weeks.
I don't know, like 2 days.
After you come out of this podcast,
Yeah, this one's
you'll be set.
I mean,
Yeah.
even my friends are like, all right, next one, gold play button. I'm like, oh, just gotta 10 times the amount of what I have right now. No biggie.
it's
Yeah.
exponential growth.
Do you
Yeah.
plan on doing a face reveal one day in the future? Or are you going to strictly stay as a faceless YouTuber?
That's a good question, and I think about that a lot. I did consider doing one for 100K because that seems like the natural progression, but I haven't decided. If I will say this, before, like in a hypothetical, in like 4 years' time, if I were to quit YouTube, most likely I would reveal it eventually, and that's kind of my mindset, is that I will do it eventually. But in my opinion, if it just doesn't aid the content, then why do it? I don't have a lot of live action shots, and I've kind of been incorporating them a little more because I bought a camera just for the Christmas special, so it's like I kind of want to validate this really expensive purchase I made.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I go back and forth with myself, but I guess my gut is just telling me, if you're questioning it, just keep it on standby for now.
Yeah, I think you should tease it like a lot, and then people will go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an April
They kind of
Fool's
already
Day-
know what your
No,
what
I had
your
an April
body
Fool's Day
looks like.
idea with that. I had in my Discord server, I wanted to this is such a stupid idea, but I wanted to post 10 photos of random people that I knew and say one of these is me, but none of them were me. And then
That's such a good idea.
and go from
put
there.
Hayne in there.
But
Yeah.
so, but yeah, you are right. People do know what my body looks like, which is kind of funny. I actually don't mind that because, and I talked about this not on this podcast, but with the Christmas special, like there's a cliche in some shows. Like I'm trying to think. There's the I think there's the guy there's like the guy I think from Home Improvement and like the boss guy from Seinfeld, where you only see you don't see their face, like you only see like the back of them, or like it's a cliche that isn't used too much now. But I think I thought it was funny. Some people thought it was weird. Some people thought it was funny. But it did make the camera work really really hard, because I had my friends, like there was this one scene specifically that took like 30 takes where all I was doing was sitting down, but my friend was struggling because he had to go he was he had to go from half squat to on the ground, and we had to get that motion flow, and at the time I didn't have a camera stabilizer too, so there's stuff like that. But I thought I made the final product funny. I just thought it was funny not having just everyone else's face being in it, and even kind of acknowledging it in the video with there was one joke where I said hey, can you move the camera up more, and I just covered my face with my profile picture. I'm like, oh, is this good?
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, oh, does my hair look good, then stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to do things like that, just kind of little. I had an idea
think
for the
that's a good
video
idea.
where the stop signs are too tall, but I wanted to where I would be behind a sign, and someone would be like, can you scooch over a little bit, and I'd be like, no.
Teasing these
Yeah.
Danerade fans.
Yeah, I mean, you can only do a face reveal once, so I feel like it's good to keep it for
I agree.
when you feel like it's time. It's always and
I
some people
think-
are interested for the lack of face too, which is an interesting part of YouTube.
I think faceless creators have become bigger.
They've
in
kind
the
of been
past.
coming back.
Yeah.
I feel like
Dream.
Dream.
Yeah, Dream.
VTubers.
putting on for faceless YouTubers.
I feel like some people know what some VTubers look like, but most of them are that's their face. They're the anime character.
Yeah, I think
There's also gonna be the eventual, and see, this is another thing. Oh, there's two final things I'll say. Is one, another reason I don't reveal my face, and this is just a personal thing. like I don't really care about face reveals. Like that's just kind of a me thing. Like I know it's kind of cool. Like, oh, what do you look like? But for all my life, it's just kind of like if I do find out, it's like that little shot of dopamine, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's just a me thing. And I get it. Some people might be more, and if they're like really into a creator, I think it's very healthy to have a creator connect with their fans, not like super personal, but to like really get to know them. So I get that part. But the other thing is, and this is kind of a funny thing, I don't really mind, but if I ever do it, your face doesn't match your voice. Which I think it does. Like in real life, like no one's like, oh, this is like such a weird thing. But that's just the inevitability, is people will they'll mold into what they think you look like. And that, though it's a little different with me, because they basically know everything, because they know, like, they've seen the back of me, they've seen the back of my hair, which is kind of funny. So that might not happen, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. A faceless creator that comes to mind is Disguised Toast. And when he did his face reveal, it was interesting to see, like, some people lost interest and some people, like, gained interest. So it's kind of like an interesting, like, intersection in one's career. So, I don't know. I thought it was
Donkey was completely different from what I thought he would look like.
People thought Donkey was black.
Yeah.
I was one of those people.
That was a bit.
I honestly thought that.
You did say it a few times, right? In the older videos.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I know that for a fact.
Well, since we're on the topic of YouTubers, why don't we go ahead and move right over to what is our favorite underrated YouTubers?
And for a second, actually.
I'll go first. My favorite underrated YouTube channels. I'll start with the first one, which is one called Off Canny, which hopefully none of you have heard of. That would mean it's properly
I know them.
I don't.
Dude,
I don't.
okay.
I don't.
They came from Cow Chop.
They are apparently, actually, yeah, they're from Cow Chop. They are a channel where it used to, it's so strange. They just
It used to be Cow Chop too, but I feel like it's become more than that.
Yeah, they just make videos, and like the titles are like, "We became actors," and then they'll like pay like to go to an acting class, and then just like be the fucking weirdest guys of all time. It's hard to describe, but it's just like,
it's funny.
It's kind of an offshoot of like Filthy Frank-esque humor without, like, that can still fit into the new YouTube, like they're not saying like slurs and shit and like eating human vomit, but they're getting as close as they can to that while still being like able to be monetized. And I think they walk a pretty interesting line, and a lot of the times it's pretty funny.
They only have 381K.
Yeah, they only have 381K, but they'll just like they did a demolition derby 5 days ago where they actually took like content creators, like they took Just the Minx and Alpha Rad and Frank Plays.
That's crazy.
They just randomly had like famous ass YouTubers on their show, and then they just had them get in cars and run into each other. Like it's just like it's just like, how does that only have 325K? Like that's nothing to scoff at. That's a good amount of views, but like if you have like Crank Gameplay Alpha Rad in your video, like it should be this huge deal. Alpha Rad's only in it for like 2 minutes, which is kind of funny as well. But he's like in the car. I think his GoPro stopped working. And then my second underrated YouTuber is one named Mika Sakis. I think that's how you pronounce it. Mika Sakis. It's a...
Oh, I know him too.
Hey, what the heck, man? Why do you know my... Hey, these are
I saw
my
his
underrated
Elden Ring
ones.
video about the bridge.
Yeah,
All the bridges.
His videos are weirder than Off Canny videos. It's like he goes between like making video game videos where he like does like video essay kind of stuff, but he's like so unbelievably satirical that it like you can't tell if he's joking, and I think it's really funny. And then he also sometimes does this bit where he'll be like, depression, an honest review, and then he'll talk about it as if like he's literally not from this planet, and I'll be like, yeah, I don't like laying in bed all day. I think it's honestly a bad feature, so I'm gonna have to give it a bad review. Like it's hard to nail down his delivery, but he's very, very dry, and it's
He
very
has really
funny.
good thumbnails.
Yeah, and and his art is really cool, like in his thumbnails and shit. Yeah, yeah. But those are my two.
That's cool.
I like both of those channels, so
They're good channels.
I haven't heard of them, and I might check them out.
I think I heard of the first one. I feel like you might have shown me a video.
I think I've told you about Off Candy beforehand.
I think you've shown me like a couple of years ago.
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm a day one.
They started like right after Couch Hop ended, I think. I'll do mine. So, this first one I got is super underrated. This person only has 4,000 subs.
Oh,
Whoa.
His name is Colin Hayworth, and he does these like really good video essay videos. Here, I'm gonna put the channel in the channel.
I found it.
So he does like, first of all, he's got really good thumbnails, but he does like a bunch of like videos on like a bunch of
Oh my
different
God,
random subjects.
These thumbnails are so good. I can
He did a
appreciate
video
good
about-
thumbnail design.
Yeah, like
Oh.
see, like he does that with the thumbnails, but if you click on his videos, he has those visuals everywhere throughout the video, like that kind of style. So I really like that.
That's cool.
And like he does videos about like procrastination, gas station food, virtual pets, the virtual pet craze,
Mm-hmm.
old YouTube, used video games, all that stuff. Bunch of interesting topics. And he does not get views. I wish he was more popular. He puts so much effort into his videos. So
He's
I
bound to
think you
blow
should
up
check him
with
out.
like that quality.
Yeah. I commented on one of his videos and he gave me a heart.
I
There
want
you
to.
go.
Maybe I can get him on the pod. We probably could get him on the pod, huh?
Yeah.
Just
Dude.
ask him.
Shout out.
I'm gonna
Colin Hayworth.
I'm gonna subscribe.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
gonna-
it too.
This,
Yeah,
this,
I'm gonna
this guy
watch-
looks
watch some of
really
these.
cool, honestly.
Yeah. You definitely should watch a couple of his videos. They're really good.
Where'd you find him?
So the first video I saw from him was it was called ranking every Goosebumps episode from worst to best. And it was like an hour and 34 minutes long, and I watched the whole thing.
Huh.
And I thought it was funny and interesting. And yeah, and then I started watching all his other videos. So my second channel, you guys probably already know about it because it was subscribed on the Kroop Scoop channel. But it's Carpetbagger. This guy is just so wholesome. He goes on the road, he just travels across the US, stopping to different like roadside attractions. It's kind of like just like vlogging videos, but like it's not focused on him, more as it's focused on the locations he goes to. And
Does he literally I'm looking at his channel. Does he just like travel?
yeah,
all
he
the time?
travels. Yeah, like he'll like
Does he
do
live
like
on the road basically?
I think right now he basically has been like he's been living off like going on hotels and shit. He just did a Route 66 trip where like each day, so like he'll record a video the day prior and then upload it the next day. So like it's like super recent. Like we're basically on the road with him. Like it's really cool. And he's really funny. He'll just like do like random things on the camera, like I don't know, like he'll record himself like trying to climb a statue or something, like something weird like that. But yeah. It's not for everyone, but I like watching his videos, especially when I eat. It's one of those kind of videos.
It looks pretty interesting. I see something that looks like a Cars character in one of the thumbnails. I'm tempted
Yeah.
to click.
Route 66.
All right. Well, I could say mine, and then Danerade can go. But mine, I don't really have. I'm like looking through like all the YouTubers that I watch, like the underrated stuff. Like the smaller YouTubers are like specific stuff. So like I'll watch like music shit. There are like this guy like just like uploads like clips of like music streamers that like while they like upload like tips and shit. From like producers and shit, but it's like small, but it's not like underrated because it's like more like specific.
Yeah.
I can't really like I follow this like Mario Kart YouTuber that's like how small is he? He has like 40K.
He only
I don't
has. Wait, who is it?
Wait, who?
Oh, it's not Troy. It's this other guy.
Oh.
It's his like friend or whatever. But I watch like a lot of his videos too. But it's just like a Mario Kart YouTuber, Mario Kart Wii. But other than that, I'm like looking through my subscriber or like my subscribed channels, and I really don't like
vids.
watch. Yeah, I guess my underrated this YouTubers I watch are like underrated, like my friends. So like Fako, he's underrated as hell. Yoshi, Viddy's vids. Danerade, I would say.
They both, they all put a lot of effort into their videos, and we know because
Kroop
we're
Scoop.
their friends. Kroop Scoop, yeah.
I
So,
think they're
there's that.
rated.
Yeah, they suck.
They keep talking
Okay.
about balls all the time.
Okay,
Alright,
then.
so I guess it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Um,
I'm ready.
So I kind of had a similar, I don't know, I really wanted to pick two creators that I wanted to highlight because I subscribe to a lot of, I don't know, big and small people, and there's a lot of other people I could have chosen, honestly, but I wanted to highlight just two, one relatively big, one small. So the first one is really weird because this is the only channel I watch this kind of stuff on, and he's pretty big, but I think to most people in my audience or your audience may even not heard of him, and he is this guy called JJ McAuliffe. I don't, I'm gonna butcher that. I don't know if he's watching. I'm sorry, don't kill me. He does a lot of videos. He's a Canadian, so a lot of Canadian type stuff, but he does a lot of just random things like the history of American chip flavors, or like why we can't stop using old-fashioned symbols like anachronisms, which is like how the settings app is represented with like a gear icon, like stuff like that, like really random, or like how saving is represented by like a floppy disk, like stuff like that. So just really random things, but they're super informative and they're very well made too. And I always get inspired a little bit by certain little small tidbits of YouTubers, and I pull some inspiration from him because he uses a lot of like retro video game sound effects. It's not obnoxious though, it's very subtle and it adds to the video, and I've been trying to do that a little more, just to add a little more immersion. This guy's great, but again, it is kind of weird because he's the only one that is kind of in this camp, but just learning about different cultures and stuff like that and hearing his perspective is pretty cool. I think I've noticed I appreciate, he kind of reminds me of my channel in the fact that he kind of just does whatever he wants to an extent, which I appreciate the variety. All right, so that's channel number one. Channel number two is more under the same kind of is under a different branch, but under kind of the same kind of content we're probably expecting, and that's I don't even know how to pronounce his name. XO. It's gonna say that for now.
Stryko?
Stryko. I don't know. I feel bad.
Fako?
Oh my god, if they're Fako?
Does he say his name in like those videos?
No, he just says like, as far as I'm aware of. I haven't watched all of his videos, but
Oh, you know what? I have seen one of these videos. I saw video games aren't fun anymore. I saw that one.
Well, yeah, that's his biggest video.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is kind of a new creator I've been watching. I haven't known them for super long, but it's just kind of interesting. Again, kind of the same, kind of do whatever you want approach, but I guess they tackle more general topics. instead of like reviewing like just this game. I mean, they do that too a little bit. But I don't know. I think it's witty, it's funny. They're also not super long, which I watch a lot of long videos, so sometimes I appreciate kind of the nice change of pace of just being able to watch like a 5 to 8 minute video. Yeah, I don't know. Those are my two. And I mean, he's been growing a lot. I expect him to hit 100K pretty soon since a lot of his videos have been doing well. But this guy, he's pretty new in the grand scheme of things. So under 100K for now. But so those are my two.
That first one seems interesting. What did you like that one video that you couldn't say the word? I forget what it was called, but
Visual. I guess it's probably is it anacronyms or let's see.
Anachronisms.
Like an
Oh yeah,
An
anacronyms.
interesting
Oh, I
concept.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't.
Wait,
I don't know how I couldn't say it right the first time. Yeah, visual anacronyms.
anacronyms. Okay.
I like that video a lot. That one's good. But just like I don't know, he's got to. I mean, he's got to be crazy creative because some of these video topic ideas are I don't know. I think they're cool. So yeah.
Yeah. Pretty creative stuff. Everyone listening at home, check them all out.
Yep. Show them love. Tell them Kroop Scoop sent you. Danerade, Kroop Scoop. Yeah.
There you
Tell
go.
them that.
So, let's talk about game shows.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Woo! Nice.
Another
the
topic
heck?
we had for today. Favorite and least favorite game shows. Well, let's start with favorites. Well, so what's your guys' favorites game shows?
I am a dirty Family Feud enjoyer, and I will not lie about it any longer.
Say Family Feud.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes I find it annoying because it's like the same. It's just like the questions seem like they're like bait, like
It.
something sexual.
Yeah.
then
It's
it's just
it's
like-
dumb. It's super dumb.
Same thing.
But
It's like, what
in
do you
terms-
hold in your hand?
And then they
Like
say
this.
something.
yeah, it's like
something
what,
like
what do you want your husband to do? It's like
yeah, and then
hold my boobs, Steve. And
yeah, like Steve Harvey will just
dude,
be like,
I love the bit. I love the bit where Steve's just like
His face is he always.
Yeah, he just, like-
he has,
he
he
just,
has
like-
good reactions.
he just like stops and walks around for like 8 years because the audience knows he's gonna be like boobs. Ooh.
yeah, look at
Like,
look
he's
at his
trained
face.
the audience.
Look at his
It's
face in this
insane.
thumbnail. That's what his face is like most of the time.
I'll go next because so for me it's kind of a complex answer because I'd say for all my life it's kind of gone back and forth between Jeopardy and Family Feud, but on the Family Feud part, now oh god, brace yourselves, all right?
I'm ready.
I don't think Steve Harvey's that funny. I know. So
Face is kind of funny though.
no, oh yeah, I think his facial expressions are great. I think that's the funniest part about him. So that's why I say it's weird. And another thing with I guess like modern Family Feud, which it isn't really its fault, but like, so I honestly like to watch a lot of the older Family Feud episodes just because. Well, I love Richard Dawson, but I also just think they've been doing it for so long that what Jeffrey was saying, some of the questions get just a little too absurd.
Yeah,
And-
it's dumb.
And yeah, and in the beginning of the show, they were, the questions were a lot more grounded. And I think it just makes for a better, like nowadays, I don't know, it's just kind of like, what question can we make to get an audience member to say something like funny about like sex or stuff like that. So it's fine. So that's why I say it's like kind of weird because like I'll still watch it nowadays and it's still the same show at its core, but I just think the combination of like the absurdity of the questions and just, like, look, Steve Harvey's fine. I'm sure he's a really great guy. I think he's sometimes funny. I just think he's a little overrated. Yeah.
Fair
There
enough.
you go.
I mean, the show, I will never defend Family Feud. I just enjoy the stupidity of it. I like stupid game shows a lot.
My favorite is Deal or No Deal.
Deal or No Deal? That's an alright one. I haven't watched that in a long
Because-
time.
Because there's hot babes in it. No, I'm kidding. I used to play the arcade game a lot. Deal or No Deal. That was really fun. I didn't watch it as much, but yeah, I liked Deal or No Deal. What did you say yours, Zane?
No, I'm trying to think of one. I just don't watch game shows. I guess I think there's this one like I watched on YouTube. It was like there's like British like and like it was like the battle of like the brains or some shit, and I was just so
British
interested
Bake
in how like what?
The Great British Bake Off?
No, it was like these
Oh.
like they're like smart people. I think like what's his name? That one, his name's like Tom. He makes like these like not Tom Scott. Something Tom. He's like a British YouTuber. He makes like these little short videos about something like interesting. But like there's just like these really smart like people and they're just like battling against each other. And I was just like really interested in like the questions because like I had no idea like the fuck they were talking about, but it's just like I was so like impressed by how like smart they were. And I can't remember what it's called, but it's something.
kinda
And
how
I
I feel
watched like
like-
a good amount.
That's kind of how I feel like about Jeopardy, which is why I said I kind of go back and forth. Like some of these people, I'm
Yeah.
like, how do you know that? Like,
Yeah.
I
Really?
think categorically Jeopardy is the best game show of all time.
What about Are You
Yeah.
Smarter Than the Fifth Grader?
I've never
That one's
watched
funny
it.
because it's like people are like really dumb.
yeah.
I'm gonna find this.
Cash Cab. What about Cash Cab? Did anyone watch that?
I've never seen Cash Cab. What is Cash Cab? Why do they give you the money in the cab?
I don't know. I just remember it coming on TV. I don't know what you're actually supposed to do. They get picked up in the cash cab. They have to answer trivia questions with mounting cash values before they reach their destination. Okay, it's pretty simple.
That's simple enough. It's fine, I guess.
Okay, sorry. The show is called Only Connect, and it's like
Only
this.
Connect.
The fuck is that?
He's like, I don't know. I watched so many of them. I don't know how or like why, but like they're like they're kind of boring.
Oh,
They're actually really boring.
With the
But, like,
underrated game
it's just-
show. What the
It's
heck?
just
this
really
looks terrible.
interesting.
So boring.
I watched like at least like 6 or 7 of those in like in a row.
This looks like the news.
Okay, are they smart or are they just British?
They're like really smart.
Do they just have accents?
No, they're
Oh
like
my
for real.
gosh.
They're like for real smart.
I'm looking.
Some
at
of them
it
are
right
like
now.
you
Oh
can
my God,
kind of
it's
play
so
along. I
hard.
think like the first couple you can like kind of like try to guess. I think I like might have guessed like the easiest ones, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know.
Yeah.
There's 17 seasons.
Jeez. Have you guys seen Taskmaster? I don't know if that counts as a game show, but it's pretty cool.
Taskmaster.
It's this British show where they just like get like 5 comedians and to like be on for the season, and they just compete like doing whoever can do the stupid tasks the best
Wait.
wins. It's
Oh
a
my gosh,
it's,
but that one's funny.
it's a
I haven't
really good
seen
show. It's incredible.
I was thinking about
If
that one.
that's-
I was
actually,
like,
if that's
I
a game show. That's
I didn't
my
think that was a
favorite.
game show. That's why I
yeah. I
thought
don't
about
think
that
it
one.
is technically.
Wait, would Wipeout be a game show?
Yeah.
Probably,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wipeout's good.
Wipeout.
That's iconic.
But what's considered a game show?
I don't know, a show with games on
Uh,
it.
Yeah.
You
It's
ever
a
heard
game,
of Game
like they have to play a
Shakers by
game.
Nickelodeon? That's a game show, technically.
Well, what's a game
Dude,
show you guys
Halo.
don't like?
The Halo show is a game
I want to
show.
go first on this one.
All right, lay it on us.
I feel like this question's kind of hard because I feel like a lot of the really bad game shows are shows that like no one's heard of or like no one's watched before. Like I'm sure there's like worse game shows out there that like got one season no one's heard of, but
Yeah.
I watched one episode of a certain game show.
Hole
and
in the
I
Wall.
I didn't like it. And it was, I watched one at this a long time ago, so I don't know, maybe I just watched a crappy episode, but I'd like to think every game show is kind of the same generally because it's the same kind of formula. So like some network, I don't know which one, thought it was a good idea on giving Snoop Dogg a game show called the Joker's called the Joker's Wild, and I thought it was really dumb.
Sounds awesome.
The Joker's Wild.
watch
The
that.
Joker's Wild.
From 1972?
No.
Oh,
The 2017 version.
They rebooted it after the
it's a reboot?
1972 version. They were like, "Dang, how do we get people interested?"
How do
see
we
the
get
poster.
people to?
what are you supposed to do?
I don't know. I think you just answer like, it's been a while. I'm trying to like pull up a video of it, but I just remember it being like it's just like two contestants against each other, and like Snoop Dogg does like Snoop Dogg things and like har har har.
Does he smoke a giant blunt during the show? That's his thing.
I think you just like spins a wheel, and I'm trying to pull up a video of it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you spin a slot machine, and it has like really random like. Hold on, I'm watching it. Oh yeah, you like spin a wheel, and there's like really random categories, and he'll ask you like a question about it or something, and add like little jabs, and if you get it right, you get money. Like it's a pretty standard like formula, I guess, but
Yeah.
I just like how they like set it up. I was like, this is kind of boring. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just like why should like I'd rather watch the stupid questions of Family Feud, honestly. Like,
Yeah. Family Feud. There's good stupid and there's bad stupid.
yeah. All right, so that's mine. The Snoop Dogg's 2017 reboot of The Joker's Wild.
I think mine will probably be Wheel of Fortune. I think it's really boring.
Damn.
Heaven's mine too.
Damn, really?
It's so boring. It's so boring to watch. It's so boring to play too. I played it on PS2. I had it on PlayStation 2. It was I fell asleep playing that game.
I don't
Okay.
I don't think
but
I-
are we saying
yeah.
it's the worst of all time, or is it just bad?
It's not the worst. Okay, if I were to
Okay.
say like actually it's the worst game show I've ever seen, it would probably be Pop Quiz Hot Shot from Nostalgia Critic. That's actually terrible.
Damn. I didn't
Here.
even know they gave him a game show.
Right there, there's Pop Quiz Hot Shot episode 1.
Wheel of Fortune's weird because I don't think I like hate it, but it comes like it's in an hour block where Wheel of Fortune is a half hour, then right afterwards is Jeopardy, and I'd rather watch Jeopardy like over it like by like tenfold. So like
Yeah.
so it's kind of this weird thing where
It's like a
yeah,
C-tier game show.
yeah, and I also think Pat Sajak isn't that like as a host, he's kind of like mundane, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll watch somebody lose all their points and be like, "All right, next up," and like completely ignore it. Wheel of Fortune is bad.
What about Price is Right? Do you guys like The Price is Right?
No, dude.
I don't like any shows where like people. Well, I guess this is the point of the game show, but like I don't like it when people like have to like lose. You know, it's just like I feel like a lot of people lose on The Price is Right. It makes me
Yeah,
sad.
it's fucking. I feel like it's
Yeah.
too broad.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've never had an interest in watching The Price is Right in my entire life.
The only thing from The Price is Right that I know about is the fucking song. You know, dun, 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 dun,
Oh yeah,
dun, 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 dun.
that's like the most game showy song in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever wrote that snapped.
I want to write a game show song.
Hole in the Wall. Remember that show?
That's a good show. I liked Hole in the Wall.
It
I
didn't
was
last
I
that
liked
long,
it as a
though,
kid.
Did it?
What is
Like
that?
2
Is that the
seasons?
one where you had to like?
It's like
It's
there's
like-
a wall with a human-shaped hole in it going towards
Oh.
you, and you're wearing like a silver suit over a pool, and you have to jump through
That's
it.
such a good idea.
It's so funny, dude. It's mean spirited, but like when they pull out the skinny holes, and then there's just like a contestant that's fat. It's like, oh, dude, no. How are they gonna
So
do
funny.
it?
You know, like Japanese game shows.
Yeah.
You guys like watch any of
Oh,
those?
yeah.
Those look
Yeah.
nuts.
Dude, I saw a
Oh, Running
Japanese
Man, I
game
guess, is a
show.
game show.
I saw a Japanese game show where the bit was they had like a giant I think it might have been either stairs or a slide. It was stairs. It was stairs, and they lubed it all the way up, and they like put these guys in like suits that were slippy, and like it's like you have to climb up this entire thing, and that was the bit, and it's like a
oh my God.
5-minute clip, and like when one of them falls, they just knock everybody else down, and it's just like, oh my God.
I want to imagine like the Japanese commentators being like, "Oh my God!" Like, oh.
Yeah, it's
I
literally
feel like
that.
America would never do that shit, just because I'd get so many lawsuits and shit.
They're missing out.
And I don't know. And I guess there's like people just like don't want to get hurt. I don't know. It's just like America should do more like stupid shit like that.
America should be more like Jackass.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So dangerous. All right, I got one really bad game show and one really stupid game show to bring up. The bad one is called, hold on, it's about dominoes. It's called Domino Masters. They got
Masters?
one of the two gay guys from Modern Family to host it, and it's on Hulu. And literally the bit is they get like a bunch of people that like dominoes. They put them in a room for 16 hours and tell them to make like a domino thing. And then the payoff is that you watch the dominoes fall, and it just sucks.
It's only had one season.
It sucks so bad. Yeah, me and my roommates skimmed through one episode, and they're like 43-minute episodes.
Oh my
What the
God!
hell
And,
did they
like-
do for a whole 43
I
minutes?
don't know, dude.
Like
They just,
interview
like-
them about their
they just,
past
like,
with
talk.
dominoes?
There's like, you know, the moments in like cooking shows where it's like, oh, I burnt my food. The moment is like, ooh, I gotta grab this domino out of this wall of dominoes without knocking it down. Oh, that was the bit. You caught that?
I wanna like imagine that in this show, like when they introduce the contestants on the bottom left, it'll say like their name, and then below it, it'll be like Domino Lover or something. Like that. Domino
Yeah, that's
aficionado.
Domino lover since the age of 5 or some shit.
Yeah, dominoes since the age of 5. Avid toppler. That's what they call them. They call them topplers. There's the toppler
Topplers.
announcer, which is like the guy who's like, oh, the dominoes are falling. They're falling over. Ooh, here comes the wall. That's
Probably
like
some
the
guys
whole...
getting paid just to say.
Yeah,
that.
some guy's getting paid to be the
The
toppler
wall, look at him
announcer.
go.
Oh my God, it's a horrible, horrible show.
That sounds
And then-
awesome.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch 43 minutes of it. And then for stupid shows, or for the stupidest game show I've ever heard of, it's called Mental Samurai, hosted by Rob Lowe. And the bit is they take a person and they put them in like, it is such a hard to describe chair. It is like,
What the hell?
yeah, it's okay.
It looks like something you'd see at the
Well,
carnival.
It-
post a photo of it.
Hold
Like,
on, let me snag one.
It's
Literally,
like a ride?
it's like a chair that they would train astronauts in and like spin them around in circles is what it seems like it was in the past. Hold on. I have to Ethan, the recording's
the
gonna be messed
fuck?
up for a second. That's the chair in the general chat. Yeah. They take
Oh
the
my God.
contestant, they put them in that chair, and it's like a swiveling mechanical arm, right? And it just like there's 3 screens on the walls, and they drag the contestant in front of the screen and they ask him a trivia question. And they need to answer as many questions as they can in like 3 minutes.
Well, it's
the
like
chair-
spinning and shit.
Yeah, or no, literally it just spins them around at the start, and then it like puts them in front of the question, and when they answer it, it moves them to the next question, and that's
What
it.
the
So
hell?
silly.
It's so bad.
I want to watch it.
It is, dude. Me and my roommates have seen every episode that's out because it's so funny.
It looks
Oh
so
my God.
stupid.
And Rob Lowe just like hosting it, he's just like the most soulless guy of all time. He's like trying to care and like pretending to care about like the contestant themselves, and then like it's
is he like if Jimmy Kimmel hosted a game show?
no, because Jimmy
Just
Kimmel would
like-
try to tell jokes. Rob Lowe is just like, "Ah, you almost had it there." That's like it.
Better look next time.
He's just like standing there, and they'll like whenever it's like getting boring while the contestants are answering the questions, they'll just like cut to Rob Lowe, and I'll be like, or like raise an eyebrow and just like It's so dumb. It's hard to describe, but it is the stupidest game show that I would watch yet again. If they came out with season 3, we're on that.
Hey,
might
renew
I might
season
check it out.
3.
Yeah,
Come
make
on.
Mental Samurai season 3
Make-
on manifesting.
Yeah, the fact that it got more
we're
than one season, I mean, that's...
We're the only 4 fans.
Dude, oh my gosh, it's hard to describe how
It's
stupid
okay.
it is.
It'll be rebooted in 15 years.
It'll get
It'll
there.
come back. It'll come back.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg will host it.
Snoop Dogg
Snoop
host.
Dogg will host. He'll just
That'd be
host every
sick.
game show at this point. Let's do one of our weekly segments. Kroop Spook. Let's cue the transition. Welcome to Kroop Spook, the segment where we talk about the paranormal, true crime, conspiracy theories, etc. So before we go in, I wanted to ask Danerade here, where do you stand in the paranormal world? Do you consider yourself more like open to like certain ideas, or are you more of a skeptic?
I think I have a healthy middle.
In the middle? Okay, I'd say I'm in the middle too.
I don't know. I just like there are some things, like for example, I am convinced that every time there's a full moon, my day is weird. Like just people act weird. Like literally I'll like explain how my day was, and then I'll realize it was a full moon. And like maybe it's like a huge coincidence, I don't know, but there's like things like that. But that's pretty tame, and all things considered. So I don't know. I'm not like, oh, if science can't explain it, you know. I don't know. Like, I think like humans themselves kind of like the idea of extraterrestrial beings or just like weird things that we can't explain. But I don't know. I consider myself pretty in the middle because, like, when I was listening to some of the other episodes and some of the things you brought to the table, some of them I was like, oh, okay, and other things I was like, this is stupid. So
Frogmen,
like
Loveland Frogmen from
What are you talking
Ohio,
about?
the
So-
Nightcrawlers,
The
I don't
pants
know.
guys.
the Pants guys.
So that's where I would stand.
It's a decent place to stand.
Okay.
I'm a full skeptic. Every time we
Full
talk about
skeptic?
these, I'm just like, there's
too.
none of this shit is real. There's no way.
Except for like the singularity, that kind of thing. It's more like a concept, not really like a theory. I
Well,
guess.
yeah, that's the
Yeah, I'm
thing.
more
I
open to
guess
like
it depends on the situation.
concepts.
Yeah.
Like cryptids, I'm more skeptic.
Anything can spook.
I
Like
mean, if it's
creatures. I
like
don't
a
living
spooky
creatures and
video,
shit.
I lean on the skeptic side like easily.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I don't know.
Well, let's talk about giant rats. So this is the this is the this is the exact description from the cryptid wiki. It says giant rats are said to be rats that are abnormally large in size. It is unknown what causes their size. They enjoy stalking and preying at night and are known to make all the rules and get into trouble. This is actually what it says on the
That
cryptid
sounds like-
wiki.
They
That
make
sounds like the
all
Rats
the rules
movie.
and get into trouble. It literally
No, I
sounds
think
like
someone
German's
actually
rat
edited it.
movie.
Yeah, I think someone actually edited it and put that meme in.
That's funny.
And then if you go in the comments of that thread, that's all what the comments say. They make all the rules.
I believe it. Giant rats.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
giant
it's.
rats are real.
I
I
don't
know
think
one
we need to
rat.
get into it. It's true. All right. So yeah, giant rats.
rats.
Giant rats. They're real. They
So-
gotta be real. Have you ever heard of
yeah,
Rat
there's-
Kings? Slight pivot.
Rat kings.
It's okay. It's like a thing where like there's so many rats living in a congested space that their tails get entangled, and it's
Oh, I've
just
heard
like
of
a
that.
giant mass of rats. And I think
Yeah.
they just like die.
Yeah, they
after a
can't do
little
anything
bit.
about it.
Yeah, they
I
just,
think their like
Sounds
tails like grow into each other or some shit like that, or like they
Yeah.
get
Oh,
super
God.
tangled.
Sounds like a Bloodborne boss.
Yeah, they either all die or they just exist as a big hump. All right, yeah.
yeah, it's gross.
Back to the giant rat.
All right, let's
Yeah.
talk
Back to
about giant
giant
rats.
rats.
So
Do we
So we're
have
going to go
an,
back
do we
to
have an
World
artist
War
depiction
I.
of the giant rats?
I'll send some like pictures soon. There's actually some pictures of these fucking little rodents. So let's
Big
go back
rodents.
to World War One. There's some stories.
Uh-huh.
There's some stories from soldiers in World War One. They claimed that they saw giant rats feeding on fallen soldiers in the trenches.
Oh.
Those are just eyewitness stories. But so in South Africa, there are some people that believe giant rats are the cause of death of many of their young infants. And there's many eyewitnesses that claim to see big rats the size of cats. So like not like huge, not like a fucking car, but like, you know, the size of a cat or a small dog, which is still pretty big.
It's
for
like
a rat.
it's probably just like a raccoon or some shit.
Yeah, like kind of like a raccoon. Like imagine a rat that size.
Like that's like not that crazy.
Yeah, like measuring up to 3 feet in length.
It's a big rat, but it's not like
Yeah.
They're
Pretty
like big
big.
spiders.
I mean, that could be like a genetic disorder, as in like just kind of like a fluke. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
yeah,
just like
a glitch.
a glitch. Yeah.
Then again, I feel
Inconsistency
like
in the
scientists.
production of rats.
I feel like scientists would surely find like a big rat by now,
Yeah.
and be like, "This is Ratus bigicus." You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be on the cryptid wiki if there were actual big rats.
Yeah.
All right, let's see the concept art for the rat.
Yeah.
Push
I
it on
want
the
to see
screen
the
right now.
artist depiction of the rats.
Well, there's no concept art. I just have like pictures of people that have killed giant rats and they're just holding them in their hand.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
so it's
So-
like real.
So they're right. They're real. Never mind.
It's just a real thing.
There is big rats.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if these are like some of these are like fake. I don't know, but these I just looked them
We
up.
gotta use
And
our
this is what I
sleuthing
found.
skills.
It's like
So here's some-
obviously.
So here's some
Photoshopped.
big ass rats.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Oh my
It's
god!
just like
Yeah, look at those things. Those are
Oh my
huge.
god.
And I've actually got some videos too.
Oh my god! Wait, so they're just real?
Biggest rat ever. Unbelievably huge rat caught in China.
just like another type of rodent.
Yeah, so a lot of people theorize that what it could be is a certain type of rat from Africa called pouch rats. And like they're said to be like enormous and like they can eat both plants and animals. But it also could just be another species of rat or just rats that just got big. I don't know.
That one in New York City.
That is a huge ass rat, dude.
That looks like a rat.
Yeah, that's what... Look at that thing.
So stupid.
Oh, man. Giant
I mean,
rat.
yeah, sure, why not? I mean, it looks.
Yeah. You
I don't
what?
know who would
I'm
go
a
through the
believer.
efforts to edit like, oh man, let's spread a rumor of giant rats in New York. Like, I don't know, just that seems
It's
like
real.
a lot of effort just for some really stupid idea.
Yeah, a lot of people in New York City, they say like they claim they've seen like just like huge rats. Like there was this guy, I was like reading it. There was this guy named like Jose, I think Jose Rivera. He claimed he killed a massive rat while he was plugging up holes in an apartment complex. He stated he killed one of 3 that emerged from this hole. And he whacked the rat and it didn't die, so he had to whack it one more time to do the job. And
Jeez.
yeah, and that was only one of them. There was like 2 other ones. And then like if you go to England, there was like a pest control company that brought in and they took care of like 2 long rats. There was this guy named Brandon Goddard. He shot one of 3 other rats, like giant rats. No, actually there was 4 giant rats and he shot one of them. The other 3 ran away. And he said like he's seen thousands of rats, but he's never seen rats that large.
If you go
Like,
to
everyone in the
England,
town-
you can see a lot of giant rats everywhere.
Yeah,
They're
like everyone in
giant.
the town was like scared of encountering these giant rats because they think it could be a potential danger to their children. And in this town they dubbed these rats as Ratzilla or the Beast of Bradford. So, yeah, that's kind of where the cryptid aspect comes from.
Interesting.
I guess scientifically nobody's actually tried to capture one of these giant rats and like study them. They just like kill them and like, yeah, here we go, let's toss it out.
I guess the study of giant rats is kind of on the low end of the priority list, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
We
could
should
be
study
the
them.
first. Yeah, we
should
should
make
be
a
the first.
giant
The
rat
Kroop Scoop
in
giant
the
rat.
lab.
Let's
we should
catch
go in
a-
New York
let's
City and
catch
find
one.
rats.
Yeah.
Giant rats. So what do you guys think? You believe
Yeah,
that there
why
could
not?
be some giant rats out there?
I mean, yeah,
I-
it's just like a
Sure, why not?
bigger rat. It's not like a monster.
Yeah, it's
You know?
it's
Yeah.
within possibility.
Yeah,
Well, I think with if they have a consistent food source somewhere, they could probably get that big.
Yeah, like other rats.
Yeah, like they'll start out.
Cannibal rats.
Yeah.
that's the spookiest part of this group spook.
Well, yeah, there is some stories where people think that their giant rats killed their kid.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Like if
hate-
you're small enough, yeah, a giant rat could probably like gnaw your face off.
I would hate for a rat to kill my child. I'd be upset.
Yeah, it's just like a stupid rat. It's not even like
Yeah.
like a lion or something cool. You know?
Yeah. My kid died to a common animal.
A
The
rodent.
local squirrel.
Local squirrel
Oh.
kills baby.
Well, there you go. That's our spook. Giant rats. They
Nice.
they make all the rules. Let's go to our last segment.
Oh!
Group tunes.
Oh!
Oh,
This is my segment. All right. Well, welcome to Kroop Tunes, the segment of the show where we share what music we've been listening to for the past week. It could be something old, something new, an artist, an album, a single, and in my case, it's a single. And my friends already know, but it's the new 100 Gex single, and it's called Doritos and Fritos, and it's so good. I'm wearing a
Doritos and
100 Gex shirt right
Fritos.
now. It's so good, and it's so awesome. The guitar sampling's so good. The mix is so clean, and the vocals are so fun, and the lyrics are so crazy. And Dylan Brady's so awesome, and Laura Les is so cool. And yeah, I love it so much. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I've been listening to it a lot too. I really like
Yeah, I cannot stop listening to it over and over again. Actually, I haven't listened to it today, so. I'm
Hey,
like-
Ken.
Oh, you almost forgot. Make sure
But
you do it.
yeah, I've been. It's just it's a kind of a different turn. It's like I kind of expected it, like the 100 Gex to go in this direction of music, but like I don't know. People are like kind of like surprised by it. Some people don't like it that much. I love it. I love how they're trying new things. I want them to try new things. It's different, but it's still it sounds like Gex. It still has that like kind of goofy, kind of like fun flavor, that Gex always had. And I just want to say one more. Just like also cannot stop listening to the song. It's the new Jockstrap single. It's so beautiful. It is like one of the most beautiful songs I ever listened to. And I think by Jeffrey's face, I think that's what his was. I'm sorry, Jeffrey.
It's gonna be one of them. It's fine. It's okay.
It's good though, right?
It's really good. It's so
It's-
insanely
it's-
good.
It's so beautiful. Like it's an insane song.
Yeah, I'm such a Jockstrap stan.
Yeah. If you've never heard of Jockstrap, I think is it two people or is it like
It's two, yeah.
it's a duo, an experimental duo, I think. I don't know
They're
what kind of music they make.
yeah, they're an experimental kind of classical electronic band. They both met in classical music school. The guy that's in
crazy.
it, Taylor, he was there for like production, like electronic music, classical electronic production. I think she was like a violin player or some shit. And they like
Yeah.
met and started making music and like made this crazy shit, and their professors were like, yeah, it's not for me, it's kind of not good in it, yeah, because they're British. And they kept making music, and it's really awesome. Also check out their first EP.
Yeah. But their new single is like the vocals are so good, and like there's like this one point in the song where just like it's a long song. It's like what, 6 minutes?
Yeah, it's six,
But
six
it's
minutes and
worth.
seconds.
I've listened to it like so many times.
It fills itself out. It earns them minutes.
I'll probably listen to that right after we end this episode.
Woohoo.
All right, I got an album. This album actually came out when we started Kroop Scoop, which was November last year. It's called Smoothie by Sitcom. I really liked the whole album. I liked all the songs. It was kind of like it's like one of my favorite songs, or there's a couple. I like Gutter. I liked Shopping Center. Shopping Center was really good. It was kind of like goofy, like in the shopping center. It's like it sounds like kind of like shopping music in a way. And I also liked Rear View, Brain Freeze. Brain Freeze is a fun one. He mentions like CVS Pharmacy a lot in all these songs for some reason, which I find really funny. And there's a
Local
reason
CVS
why
in
the album is called Smoothie too. So you should check it out. Have you guys not heard it?
I've not.
No,
Never heard of it.
I'm gonna listen to that.
Yeah,
That's
you
my
should
next
check it out.
listen.
I've been
Oh.
listening to all the songs a lot recently. And I'm glad I found it out. I just randomly like found it, and I was like, okay, I'll listen to this. And then I was like, wow, I really liked it. So
What genre would you say?
it's kind of like I found it through like a weirdcore playlist on YouTube. So I'm probably in that
Okay.
genre. You know, like
Cool.
what I mean by like weirdcore, like
Yeah.
yeah, like the liminal space shit and all that.
Freaking weirdos. I love liminal spaces. Cool thing.
Cool concept.
Yeah.
All right, Danerade,
Uh,
what do you got for us today?
So, it's kind of weird. It was good timing though, and I'll tell you why. So, like music and I are weird because I can't concentrate. I can't concentrate as well when I listen to music with lyrics. Especially when I'm making a YouTube video, because obviously I have to hear myself. But even with homework, and for that reason, I feel like I am not very well versed in music as a whole. But I still have one for you. This is an oldie. This is a classic for all you old people out there. It's not super old, but it's kind of old. Well, I don't know what you define as old. It's not like, I don't know. Okay. And it's an ABBA song. ABBA, anyone? Any ABBA fans out there?
Yeah.
I enjoy
Yeah.
ABBA songs.
Dancing. Well, it's not Dancing Queen, but that's kind of their big song.
Mm-hmm.
So this week I was listening to their song called "Money, Money, Money," which I think is great. I'll post it. Hold on. Let's see. I can't post in Kroop Tunes.
Oh,
Oops.
here, I got it.
Anyways, but I don't know. Well, I mean, it involves money, which is always great. But there you go. But you know, money, money, money is so funny in the rich man's world. It's good. I don't know. So I thought, you know, bringing that up would be a nice. I think ABBA's is kind of like a
Throwback.
70s thing, so I'd say it's pretty retro, pretty classic. But yeah, like I said, it's weird. Like when someone asks me, "What's your favorite song?" I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's weird.
hard to pinpoint.
I honestly don't like it. Like I wish I was more like. And it's not that I dislike music. Like music plays a big part in my videos too. I think they're so important, and not only just like, I don't know, enjoying life, but in stuff like film and media. But I'm just not. I just don't know a lot of. I don't know. I just don't know a lot of big songs or stuff like that. I don't listen to Spotify or whatever. But you know, so that's mine. That's my
Yeah.
Kroop tune.
No shame in that.
That's fine.
It's just cool to share music.
Yeah.
Mine? I'm gonna do two again. I do two every time, honestly. So I'll start out with a single. The single being Burbank House by Subi Club. A song that has been out for quite a while, but I just heard it for the first time the other day. Funnily enough, it is their only song they have released, but it has 1 million plays, and that's because this song is really, really good. I guess it's kind of like punky, kind of like rock, kind of, if you've heard Aries before, he's like that pretty much, but it's like a very fun, addicting song. It's only 1 minute and 41 seconds long. It's a lot of fun and cool and awesome, and the music video is really, really cool. I like that a lot. And moving on to my next pick.
He advertised that song like a lot on TikTok. So like I heard it like way before he even released it.
Yeah, I heard that he had snippets released beforehand.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh, this song's like crazy. Like I can't wait for him to like release it. And then you sent it to me like a couple of days ago, and I was like, oh, I know this.
Yeah, it's so awesome. It's literally so awesome. I love it so much. And then I'm gonna do one more, and it is the album from the Frost Children, Spiral. They just released a hot new album off the presses. And it's really, really good. And I'm happy for them. I used to live with one of the Frost Children, and it's cool to see them finally getting to like blow up and getting more success. Like they already got 50K plays on a song they released like last week. Fraxium Fraxium tweeted said listening to Frost Children today.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like,
That's sick.
oh my gosh, they're doing it. I'm so happy. It's good for them. It's really cool.
Frost
And the
Children
album's really
deserve
good.
the blow up. They are both so good.
Yeah, the album does not have one bad track on it. So
What's your favorite song off that
give it a
album?
listen. I really like Fox Bop. I really like Snail's Pace. I like Loser a lot.
I like Make the Floor Died. That's my favorite.
That song is crazy. Also,
It's like-
Laughing is really good, even though it's just like an electronic track.
Is that the song that just like goes like
Yeah.
ha 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 ha?
Yeah.
It's good.
Incredible album. Good job, Frost.
So
Children.
creative.
Gonna have
Some of
to
the
check
most like
it
creative
out.
music I've heard in a while.
Yeah. All right.
Well, there
Solid.
you go. Well, Danerade, do you have any closing thoughts?
Well, thank you again for having me.
Thank you.
I love being on here, especially with the additions of the new segments. Right, I haven't been on since that.
Yeah, what do you think of our
Um,
new segments? Are they good?
I think it's great. I think it's good to have a certain level of consistency. Brings like like I get excited. Like especially like the Kroop spooks. Like I did not expect giant rats. Like that was so out there.
Yeah.
I saw it today and I was like, oh, I got to do this. Haynes gonna love this.
So
I did like it.
no, I thought it was great. But yeah, I always appreciate this. Kind of gives me time to sit down, and especially since like today we were able to talk about hitting 100K, just kind of saying it out loud made it feel a little more impactful. Especially how I best visualize it is the average football stadium holds 60,000 people. So
Damn.
Yeah, it's nuts.
More than a football.
so
stadium.
yeah, so that's that like knowing that like and kind of brings better perspective to like how many like even like 1,000 people. Like when I was growing, like I would tell my dad or my friends like just imagining like 1,000 people in front of you is like that's a lot of people in and of itself. Even if a video like doesn't do as well, like I don't know, but whatever. It's like that's still like thousands of people all over the world that are
Yeah.
watching your videos. So I think it's a very unique experience that whatever I do with YouTube, whether I continue it for 2, 3, 5, 10 years, I honestly don't know. I'm just gonna kind of keep doing what I'm doing. I will forever appreciate what the connections I've been able to meet. You guys, of course, right? Vidi, Faco, Shy Guy Mask, and other
Woohoo!
The Sheep Killer, yeah.
other great
Sheep killer, yeah.
other great people. And even just like when I say like understanding the world, just like I guess like making like being aware or figuring out kind of like the work world in a way of just planning schedules and like learning things. Obviously they're in different contexts, but they can apply to a lot of things, whether it be coordinating or even to an extent people are like, I tell people, that, sometimes you might have to work with people you don't like. I'm not saying like this in this case, and it's been very rare, but there have been those sorts of learning experiences that do come with YouTube that I think a lot of people don't really think about. And just learning, adapting. I think it's all things that that can apply to a lot of different things in the world. But I don't know. That's it from me. Thanks for having me on again. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
if you have
thank
not
you.
seen the previous Danerade video, he hosts Jeopardy, and we all play it. It's pretty funny,
was
so you
good.
should go ahead and watch
Yeah.
that
Check
if you
that
want
out,
more
yeah.
Danerade content.
And then the second channel, whenever that.
Yeah,
That too,
When the
yes.
second
That
channel
too.
drops.
Yep. And then, well, actually, when everyone is listening to this, the new video should be out because it'll come out this Sunday, and it's yeah. So yeah, stay tuned.
Stay tuned,
Check
ladies and
out
gentlemen.
Danerade stuff.
Yep. After this, I'm gonna edit the video. Actually, well, I am editing it right now, so pretty exciting.
Heck yeah, dude.
Well, hey, that's the scoop. We'll see you guys next time whenever we do this again because we're making some changes. But yeah, see you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
Bye.
Scoopers.